Hello and welcome back to another episode of Diablo to D&D. My name is David, and today we're going to be talking about the Trap Assassin's grenades. So, in the original version of the Trap Assassin, I have Fire Blast, and that is literally just a grenade. It's a 5-foot radius, so you can hit one creature or 4 creatures for 4 squares, and you deal a little bit of damage. D4 is equal to your proficiency bonus and fire damage. But the assassin also has another ability, and that is Shockweb. Shockweb throws some things on the ground so that whenever somebody walks over it, they take a little bit of damage, but it functions in the exact same way as the Fire Blast. You just kind of throw them out and hope somebody's in the area when they land. Now, they do have a little bit of a different, mechanic. They're kind of a damage over time rather than an instantaneous bunch of damage, but their deployment is basically the same thing. So I thought, why not just combine the two? So here's what I have right now. Grenades. When you take the subclass at 3rd level, you learn to create small grenades out of scraps. Over 1 hour of uninterrupted work, which can be over a short or long rest, you create a number of small grenades with your Tinker's tools up to your proficiency bonus. If you create more than your proficiency bonus, the old grenades fall apart harmlessly and are destroyed. You or another creature can throw these grenades as an action. That first paragraph is completely unchanged. The next ones, however, is where it gets interesting. You have 2 grenade options, a Fire Blast grenade and a Shockweb grenade. You can make any amount of either up to your maximum. This is so that you can make, if you have a proficiency bonus of 4, for example, you can make 4 of one or none of the other, or like 3 of one and 1 of the other, or 2 and 2. Just, gives you some options. Fire Blast grenade. Each creature of your choice in a 5-foot radius of where the grenade lands must make a dexterity saving throw or take a number of d6s in fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus, or half as much rounded up on a success. That is pretty much unchanged except for it's each creature of your choice. It's something I'll throw into the changelog. Shockweb grenade is, however, new. Shockweb grenade. It covers a 5-foot square of ground in electrified nodes for 1 minute. Whenever a creature of your choice enters the area for the first time in a turn, or starts its turn there, it makes a dexterity saving throw, or take a number of d4s in lightning damage equal to your proficiency bonus, or half as much rounded up on a success. That's pretty much it. It's very simple, it's very nice and easy to understand, but I actually don't fully know how to handle this one, because it's damage over time. It lasts for 1 minute, which if a creature is standing in that area for 1 minute, then it takes 10 times your proficiency bonus in damage. But it's also very difficult to get a creature to stand in one area. So, it's kind of pushing, pulling, keeping people in the area. So it's more battlefield control if you can knock people around. Or I should say, it works better with battlefield control when you knock people around. But I'm not entirely sure how to deal that damage. Because I do have a number of d4s, but I had considered just it takes an amount of damage equal to your proficiency bonus. But that's just not as good, because it's just not good. I had considered like half your proficiency bonus in d4s rounded up or rounded down. I don't know, just some kind of rounding. Just the damage is a bit awkward. Overall, it does the exact same thing. It does what it does in Diablo, where it just creates it makes the ground a bit more dangerous. And I guess there's some utility, like if you're being chased down a narrow hallway, you can just drop grenades along the path, and so whenever they move over it, they have to take dexterity saving throws every time they drop it. And if you do 3 of them in a row, then there's a ton of damage. But there's not really much else to talk about. It's a fairly simple ability. there's really there's really not much to talk about. It's just damage. It's damage over time, but it's just damage. There's no gameplay, there's no interesting things really else. There's really not much else to talk about here, so I am going to pad the runtime and give you a preview of the next video that I'm going to be doing, the next non-changelog video, so in 2 weeks. I am looking at expanding the Trap Assassin to make it the full subclass. Now, I know that Blade Fury is just not happening, because you're just chucking sharp objects. It's nothing. Well, okay, the Throw Barbarian is basically the same thing, but the Blade Fury just doesn't do anything. Anyway, I have discovered a way to make the sentries actually usable. And I will talk about that later, but next video is going to be the Charge Bolt Sentry, Wake of Fire, Wake of Inferno, Lightning Sentry video. I might throw in Death Sentry, but we'll be crossing that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, you can find me at XenosFan2, that is XENOZFAN2 on Blue Sky and Reddit, and you can contact the channel directly at Diablo TODND on Blue Sky and YouTube. Thank you much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good whatever.